My objective, and I've said this from the very first, is to write across the curriculum and to write across the age spectrum. Occasionally I'll write a I Can Read book for the very young. But sometimes I also like to think that I'm helping to create another genre, which is adult picture books. I think some of I happen to agree with you that I think some of my books really are intended for adults, or at least can be appreciated by adults as well as the YA high school audience. And you know, I'm trying to write about every subject under the sun. I mean, math teachers and science teachers come up to me and say, "Well, I'm sorry, you know, math and science, they're like oil and water to poetry." I said, "Not to me." I said, "I've written a book called Arithmetical. I've written a book called Edgar Allan Poe's Pi, where I put classic poems into math puzzlers. There's nothing under the sun you can't write a poem about. Nothing." And it really bugs me. I heard this today at the school visit when a teacher said this. And he said it with almost a certain amount of pride, and it was too bad because he used the term, and this is, to me, it's unfortunate, two words that I think are the worst words in the English language when put together: poetry and unit. When I hear a teacher talking about a poetry unit, I know that he or she is going to spend maybe 3 or 4 days of poetry, and then, thank the Lord, it's over. We can move on to something really important. But to me, poetry ought to be an everyday experience for every child. And you can do it with DEAR, D-E-A-R, drop everything and read, take 5 minutes. I try to encourage principals at elementary schools. You should be reading a poem every day on morning announcements. It would take 15 to 30 seconds. You would have no end of volunteers, teachers, students, custodial staff, secretaries. Everybody would want to be on it. Billy Collins actually came up with that idea. It's called Poetry 180 for 180 days in the school year. He came up with that for as the U.S. Poet Laureate. But I wrote to him. In fact, I said, "Why didn't you include elementary schools?" And it's such a wonderful idea. I think it should also be done for elementary schools.